A nucleus can be defined as a membrane-bound organelle in an eukaryotic cell which contains the genetic information of the cell, the DNA. In case of a eukaryotic cell, the DNA never leaves the nucleus, rather it is transcribed into RNA molecules which then leaves the nucleus and travels into the cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm, upon arrival, the RNA molecule helps the two ribosomal subunits, small and large, to combine together and undergo a process known as protein synthesis. If you haven't watched my video on protein synthesis and ribosomal unit assembly, please follow the link in the description box. Now let's discuss the structure of the nucleus in detail. The nucleus is completely bounded by membrane and it is the characteristic feature of a eukaryotic cell. However, there are certain exceptions like osteoclasts, which have multiple nuclei, or RBCs, which even lose their nuclei upon maturation. Just like every organelle which is bounded by membrane, the nucleus is also enveloped with a membrane known as the nuclear membrane or the nuclear envelope. This envelope is made up of phospholipid bilayer, just like we had in the plasma membrane. It has an outer membrane and an inner membrane, and this nuclear membrane helps distinguish the contents of the cytoplasm from the nucleus. Inside the nucleus is found a gel-like matrix, which is known as the nucleoplasm, which contains the DNA either in the form of chromosomes or chromatin. Now, chromosome are the dense structures which are seen when a cell is ready to undergo cell division. However, when the cell is functioning normally or is not ready to divide, the DNA exists in loose thread-like forms known as the chromatin. In the image shown on the right side of the slide, we see the blue colored threads which are the chromatin. Now, inside the nuclear membrane, there are certain pores which act as a trading port and allow certain substances to move into or outside the nucleus. This is known as nuclear pore. Another key structure which resides in the nucleus is known as the nucleolus, which is responsible for the formation of ribosomal subunits in a eukaryotic cell. The location of DNA in a prokaryotic cell is very different from a eukaryotic cell. Since a prokaryotic cell lacks nucleus, the DNA is located in the cytoplasm of the cell in a region known as nucleoid, and the DNA is arranged in the form of circular chromosomes. In case of eukaryotes, as we learned, the DNA is housed in a membrane-bound organelle, the nucleus, and therefore it exists inside the nucleus in the form of linear structures. The functions of the nucleus in a eukaryotic cell includes: it contains the hereditary information of the cell, that is the DNA. It acts as a site of synthesis of ribosomal subunits. It also coordinates and controls many important cellular processes of the cell, such as cell division, protein synthesis, and so forth. For future videos, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Node of Biology.